welcome back to YouTV and welcome to a truly special show. We're back and excited to launch another amazing deal of what is known to be Australia's liquid gold. Now, if you're thinking and wanting a powerful antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory that may assist in offering you powerful immune support, then don't go anywhere. Gather by Manuka honey set records here at UTV since its launch. It is a really powerful, look, Aussies are loving this product because we are increasingly on the lookout for that elusive solution to safeguard our weary immune systems, particularly as we age, right? Now, Gather by Manuka honey sets the benchmark and it stands out as, get this, the most potent in the world, right? Basing an impressive MGO of 2,000 plus at its peak, really powerful. It's not only clinically proven and scientifically tested for its health benefits, but it also sets a golden standard in wellness. And there's more. Gather By's commitment goes beyond health. Their efficacy supports the Australian honeybees, the field supplies, and the well-being of our planet. Joining me now in giving, all of the information that we need is the founder and CEO, Matt Bloomfield, and Julie from Gather By Communications. Welcome.
Hello there.
We're thrilled to have you back, guys. Australia really took your product in with welcoming arms, but really an overwhelming response that we've had. Now, Julie, you personally have answered the phones to hundreds of calls, haven't you?
I've had over 500 calls from people calling in to place their orders, as well as, thousands online through our website.
Incredible.
So it's been amazing and very humbling to speak to all of these people wanting to buy our honey.
And these people, you've seen a spike in inquiry in the 50s plus.
Absolutely. It's been phenomenal. The number of people in the older age group wanting to purchase honey, they're wanting a natural product rather than medication.
Right, so it's in search of looking for Mother Nature's best.
Absolutely, and I think our product is Mother Nature's best, absolutely.
And look, you did have a very special inquiry from somebody in their 90s, right?
We have. We've actually had a couple of callers well into their 90s. We had one lady who has just ordered her second pack. She had been struggling with her sleep for a number of years and just has found that the MGO 2000 that we had in our last package has given her the best night's sleep for a long time, many years.
Okay, so for different people, they're seeing different benefits.
Yes, and they're wanting to use them for different things too.
Right, and you just love speaking to your customers because what you love to do is help.
Absolutely, it's like we've become friends, to be honest.
How great!
I've got a number of them saved into my phone.
Nice.
I've recognised voices when I've spoken to them for the second time when they've called through. It's just been lovely.
Now, if you want that personal touch, just call that number on the bottom of the screen or head to the website because we are about to give you an incredible deal. We had a great deal last time, but this deal, well, it's going up a notch. It really is. It's an incredible offer. So let's talk about the deal. Today, what are you getting? What are we getting, Julie?
So we've got the MGO 1000 from our platinum range this time. It's in a 250 gram jar, and we also have the MGO 500 in the 250 gram jar, and we had last time the 250 MGO, and this time we have two. So
last time there was one, and this time you are giving Australia a bonus. But not only are you getting the bonus, you're saving $108. This is value. This is incredible. We're going to get into exactly what it does and how it will work for you. But all you've got to do is get onto that number at the bottom of the screen and call straight through to Gather By. Now, Matt, I'm going to have to start from the very beginning because this is a journey. And people really believe that Manuka honey is an NZ thing. It's not.
Well, they do believe that up until now.
And where is Gather By sourced?
So what has happened in New Zealand is that an Australian native plant has got over there, the Leptospermum scoparium. It's a single species Manuka bush. Over here we've got 87 varieties here in Australia. It's native to Australia, and we've been researching these plants to find the highest level of activity in the nectar of these plants to produce a high MGO honey.
Right, and so it truly is an Australian native, but you are working with not only beekeepers, you're working with farmers, you're also working with First Nations people and really trying to facilitate, the ecosystem and also the longevity of the health of our soils and things like that.
It's about the community out there and working with them and giving farmers diversification options for farming. Growing Australian native bushes in a biodiverse way brings back the pollinators, brings back the local, little animals and everything there in the bushland, while also producing a high value return for the farmers, and they're growing an Australian native bush to do it. Yeah.
So look, we know that Gather by Manuka honey is different to all the other Manuka honeys out there, If you wander into a supermarket, you can see Manuka honey, right? But this is very different. Now, it all comes down to MGO. So can you explain the difference between your supermarket Manuka honey and your product with this super high MGO? And we talk about it being medicinal. What is MGO? How is it therapeutic? Tell us.
Well, the MGO it stands for methylglyoxal. It's measured in milligrams per kilogram, and the higher the MGO, the more antibacterial and more health benefits with higher polyphenols, health benefits within the honey. So what we've targeted is that honey from trusted beekeepers in the northern rivers where we are and on the east coast of Australia, and our growers to now produce this plant that grows to produce this high MGO honey.
Okay, so your everyday, and this is where we're getting the second bonus, it's 250 MGO to start with your everyday. We're going to go through, as we go up through the ranks. If I walked into the supermarket and saw a Manuka honey, what sort of level am I expecting to get from the supermarket compared to your 250?
Yeah, what you'll see in a supermarket is an MGO of something like 30, 50, maybe 80, maybe 100, that kind of thing. That's what you see in the supermarket.
I have seen a 30 and I have seen a 50.
Yeah.
I've never seen an 80 or a 100. I've never seen a 250. This is 5 times more potent than your everyday, than your supermarket brand, just in your everyday. And tell me, is that what I should be doing? Should I be having a spoonful every day?
That is the entry level that we say, and you take that every day, you build your immunity, it's good for your oral health, your gut health. It's a good everyday honey. You can put it in your tea, and you feel it straight away. It's a low glycemic index honey. It's all pure, raw, and that's our starting MGO level. And you can't get that or rarely get that in the supermarket. Maybe specialty health food stores.
Or chemists, chemists.
Now, as Matt explained with the MGO, it is responsible for the antibacterial, the anti-inflammatory, the antibiotic properties that people are searching for. But Matt, the MGO number as a symbol of potency, can you explain the 80 different pathogenic bacterias and the natural remedy for different health conditions?
So Manuka honey has been tested for many years scientifically to be, to be many things. One, it's tested to kill up to 80 different pathogenic bacteria.
Wow.
The MRSA superbugs, strep throat. If you've got a sore throat coming on, you put a high MGO honey on that throat, you hold it in your mouth, it goes.
Wow.
It goes in me. I love what this, produces for me and the people out there that are buying it, the family and friends, yeah.
Incredible. I mean, it probably goes back to the years gone by, and Remedies was a warm lemon tea with some honey in it. But that would not be anything like what you've got in your everyday. But let's talk about the rating of 1,000, an MGO rating of 1,000. it actually indicates a higher concentration, well, a compound. So it's suggesting robust antibacterial efficacy.
That's absolutely correct.
So what can we expect from the 1000, which is more of a medicinal use?
Well, it is here, and when you put an MGO 1000 on any of you, if you're feeling poorly, it'll react quicker than the lower MGO, and you can take less of it.
Okay,
so it's a little bit more it's a little bit more expensive there, but it does work on your ailments a lot quicker.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So Julie, I'm going to ask you about your personal story in a moment, but first, the pack that we've got in front of us, can you break it down? So what's everyday? We've got the everyday. How would you explain what we're getting and how we use it, or what they're for?
Okay, so we've got a honey from across the range. So your everyday is where you would start. If you're wanting to take a honey every day, use that 250 MGO.
Great.
Therapeutic would be the 500 MGO, and then you've got the MGO 1000. I've been suggesting to customers that if you are feeling poorly, start off with the more medicinal, as if you were taking medicine, taking with the MGO 1000, and then after a day or so you can drop back and just continue on with a lower MGO of the 500, but still getting those medicinal benefits to
Brilliant.
Hit the logie on the head.
Brilliant. So take me through your routine from the moment that you wake up or the moment you become unwell. What do you reach for? What's your routine?
So I personally like the MGO 800, which we're not featuring today, but the MGO 250 is something that I would take in the morning before I head out the door to the gym. A spoonful of the 250 really gives me that energy boost that I need to get through my workout and then into the day. I do also like my morning cup of tea, so it's either the 250 or even the 500 if I'm maybe the winter months, dosing up with the MGO 500 just to keep on top of and build up my immune system. I can't say that I get unwell, touch wood.
That's great. and it's probably because your immune system, so this will help protect and build your immune system.
Yeah, well, we both...
Continued use and
we both take honey every day, and we had COVID once during the whole COVID times, and that was the last time we even had a sniffle, was when we had COVID. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
So 2 years ago now.
Incredible. So it's low GI, you're getting that energy boost to get up and get going for the day. You're getting that soothing and the beautiful flavour. I tasted some of it earlier just before the show, and it was caramelly and it was creamy and it was delicious. It tasted like honey. It didn't taste like Manuka honey that I've tasted from somewhere else across the ditch before, which tasted to me, I won't get into it, but this tastes like rich, velvety, beautiful honey, quality honey. But you've also used it on a scar.
I did. So last year I had a sunspot removed, and I used the MGO 2000, which is the highest in the medicinal range. And I used the MGO 2000 as my wound care. So it really healed my wound. It was quite a large wound, and it really helped it heal very quickly, very quickly.
Have a look at the screen there. I mean, look at the difference. And that was just from using this Manuka honey, this Gather by Manuka honey. It is incredible. I have read there are studies being done with wound healing, skincare, burns, and so on. I have read that there is a lot of R&D going into the use of this product for medicinal purposes. So, I mean, really, you are getting so many different, the 250, the 500 and the 1000. But let's take a listen to Mark and hear about, what it's been like for him.
Hi, my name's Mark. I just wanted to have a little talk to you today about the Gather by honey that I've been taking for quite a while. I felt many, many weeks ago that I was losing my energy, and that happens. I'm getting older. Energy levels were down. I was getting tired in the mornings. I didn't feel like doing the daily chores. And then in the afternoon, I'd just sit down and watch a movie or watch TV. And but then I got onto the Gather by Honey, and in a number of weeks, it feels like my own energy levels have crept back up again now. I'm waking up in the morning feeling better. I'm doing jobs. I'm going for a walk every day. And it tastes good as well. So I just feel this has been really beneficial for me. You know, I'm happy to go out today now, happy to go and meet people, talk to people, see people. So I'd really just like to recommend this product to everyone. It's doing good stuff for me, and I don't see why it won't work for you either. Thanks.
And we're back, and you're going to hear loads more stories like Mark. Julie, you've been hearing story after story with your customers calling up from the last show.
Yes.
And look, as time goes by, you're going to get loads more stories, and we look forward to hearing them because it really is, everyone's story is unique, and what people are looking for is health and wellness. And if you want to get your hands on this product, you are going to have to be quick, because last show was a sellout. It's going to sell out fast for sure, because you are getting all the different needs for all of the lifestyle things that you will need. You are getting your everyday. Now, actually, I'll start at the top. You're getting the Platinum 1000 in a 250 gram jar, and that is a 1000 MGO. That is what you're going to use, Julie, for when we're unwell.
Absolutely. You've got that cold coming on, hit it hard with the MGO 1000.
Hit it hard, knock it out with that MGO 1000. Now, the therapeutic range is the 500 plus. Julie, what am I using that for?
So as you're coming off your cold, just keep up with the MGO 500. That will keep the energy going. It's still in the medicinal range. It will just keep the
Energy levels up.
And also continue with the medicinal. Back off from the 1000, keep up the medicine with the 500 MGO.
Fantastic. So you've got your everyday then, but you're not getting one, you are getting two of the everyday, and the everyday means exactly that. It means that you need to be having a spoonful every single day. First thing of a morning when you wake up, it could be that you're having it at lunchtime. It could be that you're having it before you go to bed. You can pop that in your tea, you can pop it on your toes, but you've got your Platinum. You've got your therapeutic, pop that in your medicine cabinet, right? Pop that. In every Australian home, you should have the 1000 and the 500 in your medicine cabinet. Then your everyday, I'm thinking pop that in the pantry, because you're going to be using that every single day. So we really have different levels for different properties. So guys, can we talk about energy levels? Because people are feeling that, well, they're telling you that they're waking up better. Mark just said in that last testimonial, he firmly believes it's an investment to your health. What would you say about that?
Well, it was for me when prior to starting Gather By, it wasn't until we got into the honey and I was taking it and using it for all the research that we've done to feel the benefits, to know that it worked on everything. So it's absolutely amazing. My daughter couldn't have it in her, with her and her family, wouldn't have, their pantry without honey, Manuka honey in it. Our friends and family, and there's people out there. It does enhance their life. It does give them energy. It does boost their immunity. It does make their gut health better.
Wow.
It gets rid of their ulcers and their sore throats, and
wow.
And it's just an amazing health product that keeps you well,
And their big topics out there in their health and wellness is the gut health, is that energy and, general health and well-being. We are looking for products that can support our health, because not everyone eats as healthily as they used to or as they should. So it really is. It could be the base, it could be the foundation, it could be the supplement, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it really will support different people for their different needs. But tell us, how did it start, Matt? How did it all begin? For people that didn't watch the first show, it's a fascinating story. It's a great story. Tell us.
So it started from, I was living and working in New York in an information security company, and coming back into Australia, I wanted to apply my skills into food security. So we started to research what's going on there in regional community around food and making sure that good quality food gets to nutrition, gets to us. And we found that the bees were having trouble out there in the world. They were dying, and that they are responsible for 90% of the food we eat. So we realised that New Zealand had built a $600 million industry and done a lot of research on Manuka and putting money into the beekeeping industry on the back of one Australian native bush. So then we went into our research. So we started nectar testing these Australian native plants along the east coast of Australia. And we tested thousands and thousands of plants with a little pipette and
you were busy.
In the flowers and pulling that out and writing the little code on it and sending all that data into university,
wow.
Through year after year after year. And then the data coming back, and we found that the Australian native bush had the molecule DHA in there that 10 times higher than what is found in New Zealand. And when the bees take to that flower and go and collect nectar in their separate gut and fly back, the enzymes in the bee's gut starts to turn that molecule called DHA into MGO.
Aha.
So it's a natural process of the bee going to the flower,
wow.
collecting nectar, flying back to the hive, regurgitating to create this life force honey.
Liquid gold.
Liquid gold.
Absolutely, as nature would have it, at its best. But I love the fact that you spent years with R&D, going up and down the east coast of Australia, getting tiny bits of nectar with a pipette, sending it off to the scientists, sending it off to the brainiacs, getting data, getting factual data, science behind how you can produce and get the best. This is the best right here. This is as good as it gets. This is an incredible range. Every day you've got your 500 and then you've got your 1,000. It's all about that MGO and the level and the most potency, or the most potent in the world you actually do have. And the most potent in the world, in fact, comes from gather by. And we're talking about royalty, royal families that purchase this product. That's right. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that after we get back, having looked at the Gather By story. That was incredible. And the more I'm learning, the more fascinated I am, the more excited I am to start using this every single day. And look, you really do have that pack that you sell to royalty, right? Tell us about what is so special, and it's in a royalty box. It looks like, you've got a tiara that is fit for a king or something in there. Tell us about the vault, the royalty wanting and requesting Gather By.
Yeah, we do have a very good reputation with our honey. It's pure, raw. We don't heat it. We preserve all of the the goodness in that honey. And what we're able to do here in Australia, working with trusted beekeepers, is to be able to offer this very, very limited amount to, you know, to the world, and we, you know, we've offered it here in Australia, and we do sell that into, you know, into royalty and in and around the world. Very small quantities, because that's all there is. And that's what this is about. So this is a box of, you know, the highest, the strongest, and it's just the most beautiful honey. It's a jelly-like honey. The 2000 won the award, so did the Gold, London International Gold Award for honey. The MGO 1000 won the Great Taste Award.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing stuff. I mean, you know.
The deal that we've got here today, we've got award-winning honeys. That is what you are getting here today.
And
but in the green box there, I mean, it's you know, like the rich and famous that get the caviar, chop it into their boats. This is the pack that's going off to royalty. That is the world's best, meaning the highest, the most platinum that you can get. If you did want to experience what's in that box, it is available, but you need to give customer service a call. The number's on the screen. Look, it's not going to be for everybody. I think it's probably available to about 10 people in the whole of Australia. It is rare. It is, look, it's the best that money can get. It's what royalty you're having. But if you do want to get a little bit more information about it, get on to Gather By, the numbers there on the screen, and you may be one of the lucky 10 people around Australia that can get this. But Julie, I had a taste before. I'd like to have another little taste, because I only tried one of them.
So this is the MGO 1000.
Oh, I want to try that.
So this is where you would really start.
Okay. So this is the one that's in your medicine cabinet, thank you. And I tried, I think, the 250, the everyday. Now, the colour of this, it looks beautiful and dark. It's very dark.
Good thing about this too is you're getting
250
grams here, so you're getting quite a lot of the extreme potency of it.
Wow, that is so rich. It's really caramelly, actually. It's quite. Thank you. It's quite a rich caramel flavour.
Yeah.
To me, to me, it doesn't taste like the one I'd previously had. Can I just say it tasted like a little bit of tea tree oil? That tastes like honey. If I was blindfolded, I'd be like, wow, that is the most beautiful honey, caramel honey.
And not so sweet either too, I find. It's not so sweet either, you know. It's got a nice depth to it and layers to it in the flavour profile.
It's perfect for me.
Yeah.
But if that was in my medicine cabinet, how long is it going to last me?
Well,
Meaning, I've opened the lid, I've opened the jar, I pop it back, it's not refrigerated. How long is it going to last in my medicine cabinet?
2,000 years. Like honey doesn't go off. It's the only food that doesn't go off. It's an amazing product. They found in the tombs there a 2,000-year-old honey in a clay pot with a clay seal over it, and it had a stamp on it. And what was exciting here is that they had track and trace right back to the beekeeper and the time and date way back 2,000 plus years ago through this stamp process in there. They tasted the honey, or they took it out and tested the honey, and it doesn't go off. So
how incredible. So this is an investment, but it's also, for some, a lifetime purchase, because if you're putting the 1000 in your medicine cabinet and only using it when you're starting to feel poorly, think about this. Get onto the everyday. Start having a spoonful every single day and start feeling the benefits, enjoying the flavour. And if you start feeling a little poorly, get onto the 500. The following day, if you're still not feeling any improvement, get onto the 1000. The 1000 is at high potency, and then work your way back down as you feel wellness, back into the everyday. And that is going to help build your immune system. It's going to give you a boost of energy, and it just tastes fantastic. But we heard from Mark before. Look, he said it's an investment into your health. Now let's listen to Anne's story.
Hi, my name's Anne from the Gold Coast in Queensland, and I was introduced to Gather By Manuka honey by a friend of mine. I was recovering from COVID, and I just could not shake the tail end of the coughing that was persistent day and night. I started taking the Gather By Manuka honey, and it cleared it very, very quickly. And soon after that, I got a virus that was coughing again. And once again, the Manuka honey worked for me. So I think in your senior years, when you realise it's taking longer to recover from small aches and pains and colds and sniffles, the Manuka honey kind of nips it in the bud quick smart.
Great story there from Anne and her experience, but I was just fascinated. I'm so intrigued. The flavour is incredible, but we're buying it for the qualities. The qualities are going to help improve your wellness, make you feel better, but the best in MGO. We're talking about antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antibiotic properties, right? I mean, this is, you know, it's serious stuff in health and wellness. This is next level. We're talking, well, what's known as the best Manuka honey in the world, the royalty purchase. And the flavour profile is divine. I was just talking to Matt and Julie saying it's not like the Manuka honey that I'd bought from the supermarket or the health food store that had come from across the ditch. Sorry to my family across the ditch. I love NZ. But this tastes like rich, expensive, velvety, caramelised honey. I mean, when I say caramelised, there's a slight different flavour from the 250 to the 1,000 in my opinion, but the consistency also varies, and the consistency can vary batch to batch because this is not processed, right? We're talking about Mother Nature at her best. So the consistency may vary batch to batch, but the levels do not. They are tested to ensure that you are getting that level that is promised to you, that is going to help you, whether it's the everyday or whether it is for supporting your immune system when you run down. Now, Matt, what can you tell us about the difference in flavours between the 250, the 500 and the 1,000? What do people generally say?
Well, the flavours will actually change within a 250, a 500 or a 1,000 anyway. So it's by batch and how that works. For me, I can taste, you know, the coast of Australia in it. You know, I can taste the flowering gums that go with it, the rich biodiversity that we have in Australia, those ancient plants that produce the pollens and the nectars that make this honey so rich and flavourful and multiple layers.
Beautiful. Yeah, I certainly noticed the difference in flavour. Both were beautiful, both were rich, both were decadent. But if you love what you're hearing and you want to try the Manuka, we've got an incredible offer here on YouTV today. Let's give you the offer. It is value for money. So all you've got to do is call the number on your screen, go to the Gather By website, or, you know, you're going to have to be able to be quick, but you can also scan the QR code. Here is the pack. Here we go. We've got the 1 jar of 1,000 MGO. It is the platinum. Julie, it is for when we're unwell.
Unwell, as if you were taking a medicine. Anything
that.
you're wanting a medicine for.
Love that. Now you've got the 500 MGO. So we're talking medicine cabinet for your 1,000, medicine cabinet for your 500. Therapeutic, what am I using that for?
Building immune system, getting over that last bit of the cold, improving your gut health.
Sounds incredible. And then, of course, we're getting 2, not 1, but 2 of the MGO 250s. And this is your everyday range. Have it in the morning on a spoon, you know, before you've eaten your brekkie. Have it with your brekkie. Have it in a cup of tea. What about having it as your sweet treat at night? I'm reaching for the things I shouldn't be reaching for, like chocolate. I need to be reaching for a beautiful spoonful of this to give me that beautiful health benefit that I should be getting, rather than all that processed stuff that comes out of a packet from the supermarket that I'm reaching for when I'm tired. This is what I need to incorporate into my daily routine to support my health, particularly my gut health. But I also love that if you get a sore throat, if you're feeling run down, you've got the different levels to get you through. Now, the savings are incredible. Saving over $100 for this pack. If I'm using the everyday and I'm having a teaspoonful of the everyday, I've got 2 jars of those. To me, that looks like there's a few months supply there at least.
Yeah, good to have 500 grams in there that you feel that you can take every day and feel good about it. Good to take at night to help you sleep. That's a good one there too with the MGO 250. Yeah, and good too if you got the extra jar to give away as a gift too. It's nothing better to give honey as a gift. The honeymoon is the gift of, you know, the gift of honey for fertility. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, it's Mother Nature at her best. And I'm going to give you the chance to get your amazing offer from Gather By, and we'll be back to learn more after this. the magic of those bees. I mean, how this gift of nature is literally changing people's lives. Julie and Matt, you must be so proud. How does it make you feel that you're changing people's lives? I mean, you're hearing the stories. People are calling you, they're telling you it's helping with their health. They're telling you that they're getting a better night's sleep. Their wellness has improved. To really be able to either facilitate and help people that may not have the best diet or may have a poor immune system, how does it feel?
I'm just super proud of everything, of the you know, the Australian community, you know, accepting this, both from growing and buying, the global community buying the honey, and the feedback that I get from everybody from day one. We still have our first person that ever bought our first jar of honey still buying it now after all this time, and she was elderly, and she bought it for her, you know, immunity, for her life joy.
Wow.
So the feedback that we get, it is truly humbling and you know, and wonderful, you know, and it's challenging and joyous and everything. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So people really are, this is one of their must-haves. When they've tried it, they're obviously feeling benefits, because they wouldn't continue purchasing it unless they feel the difference. Now, we're going to hear some more testimonials, how it makes people feel, how it changes their health. And, you know, it's a really valuable thing that you can get something that Mother Nature brings you in the highest potency that really can change the way that you live. Let's have a listen to this testimonial.
So I have a small obsession with Gather by Manuka honey, and not afraid to say it.
Our family loves Gather by Honey. Its high medicinal value has been a game changer for us. We use the MGO 2000 to boost our immunity, heal wounds, and soothe sore throats naturally. It's even safe and beneficial for our dogs. Gather by Honey is our trusted choice for keeping our family healthy and happy all year round.
The thing I love about the Gather by Manuka honey is that it is so delicious and yet so good for you at the same time. Perfect combo.
I have a teaspoon of Gather by Manuka honey every day, usually either the 500 or the 800 MGO, as part of my daily health and wellness regimen.
So I keep a range of MGO levels, both lower and higher at home, and I use them in different ways. The lower level MGO I use on a daily basis. It's sort of the thing that gets me up in the morning, and I put it into my hot lemon and ginger tea. And using it like that, I know that it's going to get into my system as quickly and effectively as possible, and it's definitely the best way to start the day. Higher level MGOs I use at specific times. So, for example, I will have an MGO 1000 when I'm feeling particularly busy or stressed or under the weather, or the weather's making me feel under the weather. And living in the UK, that happens quite a lot. I also have quite a busy lifestyle and I travel a lot for work. So I always take a high-level MGO jar with me. This way I know that even when I'm away from home, I can boost my energy, boost my immunity, and it's a really nice way to retain some kind of a routine.
I also use the 1000 or the world's highest 2000 MGO, particularly in the winter months when I might need to give my immune system a much needed boost.
This Manuka is my daily spoon or three of joy, and I cannot imagine not having it in my life now.
So true. When people start, they cannot imagine ever being without their Manuka honey. Now, Matt, I'd like to talk about what incredible creatures bees are. I mean, it's fascinating. They have a social structure. There's a whole world of bees that you know. Share with us some of those joyous, interesting things.
Yeah, bees are amazing. There's just, well, within a beehive, you've probably, like in your bee boxes that you see on here, you've probably got about 20, 30,000 bees.
That many?
They're all female, you know, they're the only productive ones. They don't let the drones in, which are the male bees.
Right.
What the male bees do is they wait for a virgin queen to fly by, and that's their only task, and they quite often die after that moment to do that.
Wow.
And then within the hive, you've got a queen. Now, the worker bee, the females, feed royal jelly, and they create these little cells a little bit larger in the hive there to allow for this worker bee to then grow and grow into a queen.
Wow.
So they only have one queen. The queen then produces for all of them. And then when you see a bee, they only live for 6 to 8 weeks of the year. When you see a bee, they're in their last 2 weeks, typically.
Really?
They're the elder bee that gets put out.
Oh.
The younger bee, when they're first born, they're tending to the queen, making sure she's all beautiful. And then you've got the worker bees getting rid of cleaning up, making sure all that's done.
How interesting.
It's
How,
amazing.
Isn't nature
They vote
fascinating?
democratically whether to get rid of a queen or not. They, consider that.
Wow.
Their amazing ability is that they can locate a flower source, a pollen source, or a nectar source within 5 kilometre radius of where they are.
Right.
Come back, and then they can do this dance called the waggle dance, and it's a
Right.
geometric dance. And if there are any other lady, bee or females in there taking notice of this waggle dance, they can then fly back to that flower source within a very, very small micro of capability of getting there. It's absolutely amazing navigation system through that. So
How
just
fascinating.
Amazing capabilities.
How
yeah.
fascinating. Well, I'm thinking on the weekend when I'm going to be having a glass of wine, I'm going to get my cheese plank out. I've got my medicinal, my 1,500 ml medicine cabinet. I'm going to have my everyday out on the bench. I'm going to drizzle a little bit over that beautiful wheel of camembert, share it with some friends, have some wine, and I may do the waggle dance myself, I tell you. It may not be quite the same as Mother Nature's bees, but I certainly will enjoy sharing, eating that with family and friends. But I'm just thinking on the other weeknights, on the school nights we'll call them, when I'm not going to be having a glass of wine doing my waggle dance, when I'm making my salad dressing for my salad, can I pop a teaspoon of that in, throw a bit of vinegar, give it a shake and make a beautiful vinaigrette?
Oh, vinegar and honey together they work really well together.
Right.
As something to add to salads and everything. It's so good for your gut, so good for your energy. I think the Greeks gave vinegar and honey to the gladiators together for their energy drinks. It's called an oxymel.
Really?
Yeah, and you put quality vinegar together with the honey, and you can mix it up together, yourselves. Create that and just have a little bit.
Wow.
It's an amazing energy drink. Oh,
And
yeah.
I can put a splash of olive oil in there with it if I like?
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Even better?
Even
yeah,
better.
I'm loving
Even
the sound of
better.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about my banana smoothies?
Yeah.
Teaspoon of the everyday?
Oh,
This is
yeah.
where I'm using the everyday?
No question, yeah.
Okay, what about if I'm making, say, a nut bar or a trail mix or something like that? Can I drizzle a little bit of the honey, mix it through and even heat up the almonds for a little bit of that caramelised almond?
Definitely. Swap out any sugar for the Manuka honey, and the good thing about the MGO is that it is a stable compound. So it's good to have, put it in there. It's great to do that. We've done that with,
Banana
you make
bread.
the most amazing
Banana
banana
recipe.
bread. Oh, gosh.
Oh, cannot wait until the weekend. My camembert will never be the same without the 250 MGO drizzled all over it. It's going to be delicious to share with friends. And I mean, the health benefits of sharing, give that extra jar to someone that you care about, somebody that may need it, somebody that may be feeling a little bit unwell. But Shay is going to tell us a little bit more about taking this honey for maximum benefits. We'll be back in a moment.
The higher MGO, the stronger the action. So the way that we take Manuka honey, or the best way to take Manuka honey, is just simply by the spoonful. Just take it into your mouth, let it dissolve all the way around your mouth to get the most benefit for oral care, dissolving down your throat to treat any infections that may be present, and also to soothe the inner lining of your gut system. When it hits into your gut, it will help you with rebalance and have a beneficial action on the gut health and gut microbiology present there. So this is the way that it can help to build immunity, to make your gut health stronger and all of your oral care, and it helps to bring out a lot of these actions. So this is why Manuka honey is of such great benefit to us.
Another great explanation there of how to take and get the best out of your Manuka. But what I really want to do is revisit, for those that have just come in the last 10 or 20 minutes of the show, I want you to understand what the GMO is. The fact that if you're going to the supermarket, you may see a Manuka honey, you might see a 30, a 25, a 50 if you're lucky. We're talking about the everyday being $250 all the way up to $2,000 plus. Today we've got the 1,000, the 500 and the $250. But can you explain simply what is the importance of GMO?
Well, let's not call it GMO. That's the genetically modified organism. This
My
is
mistake.
MGO. With
Thank you for picking that up. It is non-GMO. This is MGO. The opposite. It hasn't been changed in any way, shape, or form.
No. So methylglyoxal is the compound that makes this the most beautiful and most powerful honey. This is a pure, raw and potent Australian Manuka honey sourced from the pristine bushlands along the east coast of Australia and our own medicinal honey forests. We have the highest MGO in the world, and what we do now is offer this high MGO honey to the Australian community in this beautiful pack of MGO 1000, which is your medicinal honey, where you put it on your sore throats, you take it when you're feeling poorly, through your MGO 500, and then you got your nice 2 jars of the MGO 250, and that's all 250 gram of honey here. And if you're buying that, you're getting a whole kilogram of honey, which is a really amazing value for what we're offering here.
The highest quality in the world. Royalty are buying this, right? And it is pure, it is as nature intended it to be, it's not changed in any way, shape or form. It is the best in the world. Julie, you even used this on a scar that you had from surgery and saw fantastic results.
I did. I used the Platinum range honey. I had a sunspot that was removed on my shoulder. It was quite a nasty incision. I used the medicinal range to heal the wound. It healed up in probably twice as quickly as I anticipated it would.
Wow. Look, we have seen the results on the screen and it is incredible. Have a look at that right now. Now, this is from the Manuka honey from Gather By. I mean, if it's doing this to what you can see, imagine what it's doing for what you can't see. Think about that gut health support. Think about that better restful sleep that people are saying that they are getting the benefits from. Think about that speedier recovery or that support for your immune system for the everyday person. When you start feeling a little bit run down, you've got your 500 to go to, you've got your 1,000 to go to, and then you can work your way back down to the everyday. So what you are getting here today is a pack that's going to support you in your everyday life. For the first time, you're getting a 4-pack. Now, you are getting 2 of the everyday, and you could certainly give that to a loved one or somebody that really needs it. Julie, we're starting with the Platinum. We are MGO 1000. It's the medicine cabinet jar. What am I using it for?
You're using it for your sore throats, colds, getting rid of those winter lurgies. COVID even, we've still got COVID around. That's what you're wanting to take.
Brilliant. As you start feeling a little bit better, you've got your MGO 500. It's the therapeutic range. I'm also keeping that in my medicine cabinet.
Absolutely. That's what you go to when you're just wanting to absolutely hit that lurgy on the head, and then you're working your way back down into the lower ranges.
I might have some of that on Saturday night before I go to bed. And then we've got the everyday. You're not just getting 1, you are getting 2 in this offer. 2 of the everyday range. This is an incredible offer. This is normally $347. Today it's $239. You are saving $108. You are getting a kilo of the world's best honey. This is the brand that royalty are requesting. This is the brand that is getting sent overseas like the crown jewels in that beautiful box, and it deserves to be in that beautiful box because it is the best in the world. But do you find that you've got a really high customer return rate, meaning they just keep calling back, they just keep coming back?
Absolutely. Since our last promotion, we've had people call back second and third times to reorder. They've wanted to purchase the pack for their friends as gifts. And just before it, you know, the supply runs out as well.
Now, look, there is one thing. Customers, if you are purchasing and you're from WA, we can't actually ship that to you in WA. We're sorry, but why can we not ship to WA?
Well, there are rules at the moment around getting honey from the East Coast into WA. They have strict biosecurity laws. We're looking into, we would love to supply. We've had so many disappointed callers. So we're doing what we can to see, you know, to see if we can and what we need to do to the honey to get it across the border.
We're not. These guys are working on changing that to make it available to the whole of Australia. But Julie, if I was to say to you, look, we're coming to the end of the show now. Why should people purchase Gather by Manuka honey today? What is it going to do for them? How's it going to change the way that they feel?
Increased energy, it's going to boost their immune system, it's going to give them a better night's sleep, it's going to keep those colds and sniffles away, and if you do happen to get a cold and a sniffle, it's going to knock it on the head really quickly.
Look, I mean, you can go to stores and buy tablets and powders and all sorts of things you can do. This is Mother Nature at her best. This is as nature intended it to be. But this is also the world's best, the highest potency. It is a brand that is, you know, requested by royalty. It is a brand that is known and loved. It's an Australian brand. Matt, what would you say in about 20 seconds? Why should people buy this product?
Just to live a fuller life and to be able to get the energy and not get sick and be able to do the things you want to do. Recover quicker from things. That's how it works for me.
Incredible. So here's the deal. Do not miss out. Here is your incredible new 4-pack today. Get it before it sells out. Start with the everyday, but of course you've got that top of the range, that 1000. It's the platinum range. It's the medicinal. Pop it in the medicine cabinet. Pop your 500 in the medicine cabinet. You've got 2 of the everyday. Keep them for yourself. Give 1 to a friend. Start using it with your food. Start using it with your salad dressings. Enjoy it on a spoonful of honey of an evening, of a morning. But don't miss out. Get onto that phone number, and thank you for watching us here on YouTV. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye
Thank
now.
you. Thank you.
Enjoy.